Victor Byrne here on behalf of the Australian Leadership Project. At the recent CSIRO Data 61 conference, Ted and I had the pleasure of catching up with Paul Byrne, the National Director of Cyber Attack and Response at Deloitte, who spoke to us about the leadership of Dave Powell.
Tell us your favourite story of Australian leadership.
I think for me, my favourite story would be at a time when I worked at National Australia Bank, and our CISO at the time, David Powell, was working with does he do leadership and how does he empower all his managers and leaders to be the best they can and get the best out of their staff. I was lucky enough that when I started at National Australia Bank, I got added into a program that they had on leadership. And throughout this program they were talking about tools to be able to have conversations with each other, with staff, how to work through conflict, and think about emotional intelligence, and how to empower people to do the best that they can. And I think I was very fortunate in that, and that went for a 3-year period that I got the opportunity, which was an amazing investment in the teams and the staff from a leadership perspective, to the point where it was taken from not just the managers, but down to the analysts, the grads, every staff member within the security team, which allowed everybody to have a common language, to have conversations when they're having conflict or challenges, and understanding the models to work through problems and try to solve things so that they can move away from like a blame culture to a how do we solve this problem culture. And for me, that amount of investment that David did in leadership and within leadership skills within the organisation was incredible. When you've got all these pressures to be able to defend the bank from attacks, strategy pressures, cost pressures, to actually put the amount of time that he put away to allow that program to work, I think was quite a demonstration of his leadership and the way that he was building more leaders, which I think was kind of more important. For me, I found that that's what I've been trying to take into when I'm leading teams, is how do I empower them, how do I get them to work together, and I think he would be my best example of Australian leadership.
Well, that's a big thank you to Paul Byrne, a big thank you to CSIRO and Data 61 for bringing us together, a thank you to Ted Byrne for taking up the camera work during his school holidays. And if you'd like to share more stories of Australian leadership or read more of our material, please go to our website at www.australianleadership.com. Have a great day.